And here you go. It's like pouring out shots. What is up? Welcome back to another episode of Recipes and Reps. It's your boy, Chef Boyer Shreve. Okay. No interruptions this time, I promise you. Anyway, guys, I just thought just because I'm in prep, I thought I'd give you guys more of a prep show today, giving you guys some prep tips on how to be successful when you're dieting, going into a prep, or just trying to get into a summer cut, or just starting to diet, period. But before that, guys, we're gonna get into one of my favorite recipes that I'm actually implementing into my diet because summertime, you know, something refreshing, something, you know, that would satisfy and keep me from, you know, sweets. We're doing the Proteinsicles, an old recipe from the first cookbook. This is like before the cookbook was even made. This is a decade-old recipe that is a staple and a really good recipe for you guys to do because in the summertime, it's something your whole family can eat and enjoy, especially in those hot days. If you're somewhere where it's hot, Canada's just kind of getting hot. Anyway, so let's get into it right away because I'm hungry. We're definitely not gonna eat this right now, but I just wanna make sure that I get it ready. So one thing we're talking about today is being prepared. So we're gonna get these prepared and ready for us so later when I'm having a little craving and I want a snack, I got it prepared for me. So let's get this started. First of all, we're making chocolate peanut butter blueberry Proteinsicles because I don't have strawberries. So you can actually make it without the strawberries or the blueberries, without any kind of fruit, but I like having a little fruit in there. Kind of adds to the flavor and the taste. And I want to get my fruit in there anyway. So easy recipe, protein, whey, or isolate, doesn't really matter. The calories vary a little bit. Chocolate, PB2, frozen blueberries, Splenda or sweetener. If you want to sweeten it, you don't have to. This is like completely optional. A couple ice trays. We're gonna make enough to fill up 2 ice trays and a Ninja blender. I would recommend Ninja blender. I'm not sponsored by them, no, but I just trust it and I've been using it forever. And the thing has zero problem grinding up anything. So that's all you need. Blender, protein, peanut butter powder, blueberries, sweetener, and you can put in guar gum or xanthan gum to thicken it. I don't like it, so I take it out because I find that actually does like hurt my stomach a little bit. It's almost like too much for my stomach. It bloats it too much. But for those who have done this recipe before, you can use xanthan gum or guar gum because it really makes it thick. So let's get started. All right, cool. So I forgot one ingredient. We got fat-free Greek yogurt. I'm gonna put that in right now. We're gonna start off with this since I forgot it. So the recipe is found in the old cookbook, but I'm pretty sure you guys can figure it out your own. I like to put everything on the scale, blender and all, so it's easier to measure things out, tear it when you need to. We're dumping our blueberries. And our PB2. That's that. And then our protein. So just use any protein you like. Good amount of protein, you know, 20, 25 grams protein, but the biggest thing is obviously flavor. There you go. Then I'm gonna put a little bit of Splenda in there because I like things sweet, so. All right, now we need some water. So as you see, guys, this is like a super simple, it's like basically like one big shake. That's actually basically how this is made. The ingredients is basically a shake, add a little bit of, you know, a little more protein with the Greek yogurt, adds more thickness. So when you actually put it in here, it's not just some liquidy mess. Everything's basically in and ready to go. I'm gonna keep the spatula because we might have to push it down a bit, might not because I didn't put much ice and there's no guar gum. Usually when there's guar gum or xanthan gum, this thing gets like full and it's like super thick and you gotta like scoop it around, but we will see if we have to or not. And here we go. Do a little mixing. And done. That is it. Now we're gonna pour this right into these guys here. And here you go. It's like pouring out shots. And next one. Now some a little less, we're just gonna actually like drain it all out. or we might pour some from the side, but this whole batch is gonna have the amount of calories that I know. So each one really kind of doesn't really matter in a sense, but I know exactly how many calories in this full batch. So this full batch divide up into this. I'm gonna try to get it as even as possible. What kind of this? Let it settle a bit, and that is good to go. Probably take about 2.5 hours to freeze, and we're gonna throw this in here and right there. Which brings us into what's actually in my fridge, and also some prep tips, so like we were talking about earlier. So one of the number one things before you actually start a prep, a cut, whatever, competition, is get all the junk in your house away. Get everything that is tempting to eat, that's gonna get you off of your game, get it out. That's the best thing you can do. I remember one prep, I had a protein in my cupboards that tasted like cake batter. It was absolutely amazing, and I found myself kind of sneaking down and taking scoops. I literally took them all and I drove them over to Greg's and literally was like, take these away from me. I cannot have them in the house. So get away all the temptations. Get them out of your house. It's the easiest thing to start off right away. Then you have to worry about that temptation. Number 2 is be prepared. Failure to prepare is preparing to fail. One of the best quotes I ever heard when it comes to just actually success. So a lot of times when you don't have food, your groceries aren't bought, you're basically scrounging around for something to eat, and that's when you falter the most, when you just find something that's convenient. Because the first thing you want to do is what's around, and if those temptations aren't out of the house, you're gonna grab that first, or if you don't have them already, you're gonna go drive somewhere, and maybe you're gonna go grocery shopping and get the wrong type of groceries, or to stop at some fast food place on the way. And we don't want that. So, okay, so a lot of you guys, so most of you guys out there who are parents can resonate with me. So when you have kids, yes, you cannot just toss out all your temptations. You have to just have some good willpower, but as well as you're the person that's in charge. Whoever's in charge of buying food at home, you're the one that's in charge of making sure that if your kids are eating, proper foods. Now my kid does, have some treats and whatnot, so I'm not gonna take that away from her. But again, when it comes to overall your goals, stop jumping into goldfish and crackers and stuff. So what's in my fridge? My fridge is pretty basic. This is what it looks like basically all year long. The only difference is when it's in the off season, I will have some cheat foods, but those are things that I can only get one serving of. So I won't buy, say, like ice cream that I'll have around for days, or cereal that I have for days. I'll get something that I'll eat once and then that's it. On season, this is what it basically looks like, because these are the majority of the ingredients I'll be using. So this is more so for my wife and daughter. Eggs, off season, I'm a whole egg guy. On season, we're doing egg whites. I'm saving the calories, getting the protein. When it comes to, milk and whatnot, I do oat milk or silk almond milk, 35 to 50 calories. We have cottage cheese, and then, we got some vegetables here. We got fruits and vegetables. Basically, this counter here is for, any kind of leftovers or meals that are prepared. So when it comes to being prepared again, I know that there is food in here that I can have and eat for my prep. So we have our sweet potatoes in here still, and we made basically sweet potato and steak from here. And then we have some battered chicken that we made, low calorie, from the cookbook. Basically use some of those recipes to actually just make chicken fingers for the family and myself. And some broccoli as well here. And so for the most part, a lot of times we eat very fresh as well too. So one thing is, another tip is make sure you have go-to meals. Having meals that you already have obviously prepared, but meals that you can easily prepare and cook. So if you're in a pinch, you got the recipe, it'll take you not long to make it at all. My go-to meals are meals more so at dinner time. So we'll have like something easy, sweet potato fries, and then, some kind of protein source, mainly a lean steak, and then a vegetable source. So that'll be like my staple for dinner time meals that I try to eat with my family, even throughout prep. I don't want to be the guy just eating the corner and whatnot. You have to continue to, be a family man as well as prepping. You can't be selfish. I know people say bodybuilding selfish, and it is, but that's your decision to make it selfish. So butter, obviously is Brazil, margarine, cheese galore. My daughter loves cheese, the family loves cheese, but we have cheese for obviously the grilled cheese. Gotta have grilled cheese. And then we have some, like I said before, we eat very fresh. So I make sure we have some fresh meat that's already here. Chicken, and then our veggies. Running low on veggies, but we got our veggies in here, broccoli, cucumbers, and our mainly down here, apples. We love apples. Daughter loves apples. When it comes to prepping or just buying food, there's your foods that you can buy in bulk. Eggs, milk, egg whites, you know, your grains, stuff like that. And then when it comes to like meats and veggies, you want to get those very often in a sense. So you don't want to have like your veggies just going bad all the time. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of times that veggies go bad, leftovers, because they have to be eaten up all the time. So make sure you're refreshing those more periodically. On the sides, we got our sauces of all sorts, but they're basically a mix of for our family. So the side of this is basically our sauces, omegas, probiotics, good stuff here. Then we have just our sauces, low calorie sauces. Obviously, our entire family is very health conscious. Wife is a registered dietitian, and you know, obviously, me being a bodybuilding nutritionist as well too, and a coach, we eat very conscious here. We're both really good cooks, so having a cookbook is good. But when it comes to like making really cool recipes and stuff like that, I'm gonna probably dip into something like from Gordon Ramsay. But we like to cook, so we cook and we can actually make good meals. So it makes prepping a lot easier when you can actually cook. But if you cannot cook, yeah, get a cookbook. Things like that are obviously needed for those who can't really cook, and there's not many people out there who can really cook. All right, so and what's in the freezer? Freezer is, obviously my Proteinsicles that are being prepared or being frozen. We stockpile on meat. So when there's a deal, buy it all. Buy it, freeze it, take it out, cook it, eat it. Easiest way to save money if you're in a place where groceries are extremely expensive. I happen to live in a place where groceries are extremely expensive. That's even before the Cove, literally. Nova Scotia is one of the highest places in Canada to buy groceries. When it comes to buying meats, we stockpile meats. Grab it on sale, stock it up, eat it, and then obviously, you know, you can buy your fresh stuff as well too. I gotta buy frozen blueberries and strawberries, so that's on the room next. So I'm obviously missing my strawberries and blueberries, so that's on the list next to buy for groceries. And that's basically what this will look like. These are awesome too. This is a nice little hack from Greg. Finding these out are awesome because my daughter loves these things and so do I, and they're only 100 calories for one bar, which is dope. So I can literally have this on prep. I can have maybe 3 of these, literally, and a bag of popcorn, which would be 450 calories for 3 of these and a bag of popcorn, which is dope. If you think about the macro-wise in that, you're looking at, you know, protein and rice. Your body's gonna digest macros the same, proteins, carbs, fats. The types of them, your body will digest the same. So when it comes to protein and whatnot, you can kind of interchange. That's what's in my fridge and my freezer. Anyway, guys, that is it. Just to give you guys a recap on some tips on how to be successful for prep, dieting, doing a cut, whatever it is. Number 1, make sure you get all the temptations out of the house. 2, be prepared. Fail to prepare is preparing to fail. And 3, have some go-to meals. Doesn't really matter what time of day you're eating, when you space with your meals, whatever it is, make sure you have some go-to meals. So for those of you who can't really cook that good, have some meals that you know you can cook and prepare very easily, or someone can prepare them for you at least, but have those meals that are there that are easy for you to prepare. Hope those tips helped you out. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Gonna come up with that tell like it is, transparent, vulnerable, tell like it is, Chef Boyer Shreve Truth. And for coaching, guys, it's johnnyshreve.com. My new website will be integrated into johnnyshreve.com, but johnnyshreve.com is back up and running. So go there right now for coaching. I coach you guys through the week on technique. I coach you guys in the weekend when you're doing check-ins. That's for full training, supplement, nutrition, and training. If you guys want to know about that, if you guys want to know a little bit more about that, you guys can book a phone consult for 15 to 30 minutes. At the end of the consult, if you decide you want to go with coaching, whether it's a one-time plan or it's reoccurring, I deduct the price from the consult out of any package that you pick. Guys, use my code Johnny15 for 15% off the Power 13 cookbook. We can get all these delicious recipes and more recipes if you buy the other cookbooks. But use my code Johnny15 for 50% off the Power 13 cookbook. Guys, follow me on Instagram at _JohnnyShreve_. I'll repost what you guys send me if it's training related. Same as on training posts, and I'll repost it for you guys. You know how it is, guys. Iron sharpens iron. Progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.